was on hand to lead the partisan cheers. 5-0 after 2. Cubs starter Mike
here, and he will meet him in a couple of minutes. Back at the plate, the Cubs continue to pound out base hits. Pitcher Mike, the most recognized face around, and that may be true, but this one isn't far behind. It is, of course, the new hero and favorite of the sports world. He goes by the name of Chicken Man. Chicken Man made an appearance at Wrigley Field today and was a sensation as usual, much to the delight of a capacity crowd and much to our delight. Chicken Man is here with us in our studios even as we speak. And Chicken Man's real name, for those of you who are not aware, is Ted Giannoulis. And Ted, I appreciate you taking the time to come by tonight.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Greg.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, this is my 6th year, and I guess that makes me kind of a veteran of sorts. So, but I'm enjoying it, and it's turned out to be a full-fledged career that I really enjoy.
Well, we're gonna talk a little bit more, but we do have some more footage of Chicken Man that we want to show our viewers. You tell us how this all got started for you.
Well, it started when I was a student over at San Diego State University, and the people I used to work for, KGB Radio San Diego, had the costume off the shelf of a local costume company. There's a 1-week promotion. Who's going to wear it, you know, for $2 an hour? I volunteered because I fit the suit. And so from there, I just try to progress the act and put a little improvisation into it and spontaneity, and try to give it a flavor all its own.
Is that all spontaneous out there on your part?
Oh, yes. I haven't scripted one thing for the chicken at all whatsoever. But anything that works with spontaneity, I try to remember and make it a permanent part of the repertoire, so at some future time I can use it again.
You work hard. That's obvious. You've got to be in shape.
Well, I tell you, this doesn't really work for me. I mean, there was a time I used to wash dishes and bus tables and mop floors. That was work. This is more like a hobby, making people laugh.
Okay, you are pointing at the Houston Astros here. I'm wondering how the ball players react sometimes when they're the butt end of your joke.
Well, I'll tell you, some of them are really pretty good about it. They like to have a lot of fun with it. Today was no laughing matter for the Houston Astros, of course, but nonetheless, I got some pretty good fans on that one. Joe Zambito, of course,
yeah.
You know, and Joaquin Andahar, and I've got a lot of friends around the league, you know, with all the ball clubs, but what can you say? A joke was played on them today.
I want to ask you real quick about the problems that you've had in the legal area, because I know that's that's something that's going to be dragging on for a couple of years. But are you clear from the legal entanglements yet?
Well, no, not quite yet, Greg. Unfortunately, even though the contempt of court order was dropped against me, it was something that the radio station really wouldn't have won anyway. But I still have a $250,000 lawsuit, and that ain't chicken feed. And let me tell you that it's kind of hard for me to believe that the radio station thinks that our divorce is going to supposedly cost me more than it cost Lee Marvin to pay off Michelle Triola. I find that very difficult to believe. Nonetheless, I've decided to embark on my own, and I'm a free agent chicken, so to speak, and I'm having fun. But I guess it can only happen in America, and if I may say so, just as an afterthought here, today it was I have to say, one of the biggest thrills of the summer for me, coming here to Chicago and performing for the Cubs fans. It was really, really fabulous, and I hope to be back again real soon. The greatest audience in the world is right here.
Ted, you are a real talent, and I thank you for coming by.
Well, thank you.
That's quite a sports Sunday, don't you think?
That certainly is. Thank you, Greg, and thank you, Chicken Man.
I'm sorry. Let me bite your head for that. All right.
It's kind of hard to move into news from...
Not today, anyway. They turn a dismal afternoon into a wild and crazy kind of Sunday. The Birdman is at Wrigley Field to make sure it's going to be an unusual afternoon as the Cubs try to take 3 in a row from the Western Division leaders. The Astros don't have a chance in this one as Ted Sizemore doubles in the 2nd inning. Ontiveros scores. Sizemore goes 4 for 4 on this crazy day. And how about an unlikely 3-run home run by Ivan DeJesus? The Cubs lead 5-0, and that crazy bird brings out the white flag for the Astros, but the Cubs refuse to let up. It's the Sizemore-Ontiveros combination again in the 6th inning. Ontiveros slides into home. He's safe as the Cubs take a 9-0 lead. They lead 10-0 before the game is delayed by rain. It gives the bird a chance to show his stuff. As for the Cubs and Astros, the game resumes, but the fireworks are over. Final score, Cubs 10, Astros nothing. Mike Krukow a winner, and so is that crazy bird. Well, the Sox are delayed by rain in Kansas City for 20 minutes, and when the